Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on our wish list account. We have 5,000 diamonds, 28-41. That is right. We're almost into chapter 29 at this point, and we do have we're 25 days in, but we got lucky. We pushed the towers a little bit further, guys. So we actually got to 141 in this Forsaken Necropolis. That did yield us Stargazer scrolls. That is right, guys. At 125, so at floor 125, we start getting Stargazer scrolls. So out of here, we were able to get some Stargazer scrolls. Also got some more Graveborn cards out of there. Want to do some summons. We are at 25,000 hero essence, so that is the pivotal point where we're going to be able to bring another hero, and I believe I'm going to bring Grez up a little bit higher because I do have some food. We're going to do some summons out of here, but I'm thinking at this point, guys, that might give us four Graveborn ascended heroes, which is going to be kind of crazy. Still want to get some furniture on Ivan, still want to get some engraving on Ivan, just based on the build, guys. So let's do our summons. So we went through, we continued our progression within the peaks of time. We know the Misty Valley is coming up pretty soon on the reiteration. We also know the awakened version of Chimera is coming pretty soon. So we have a lot that is coming down this pipeline, guys. Hopefully we can get a couple more copies. Remember, we are still 0 for forever with the Awakened Heroes. So unfortunately, no luck at this point, guys. But there is a copy of Tamarisk. We will absolutely take that. We'll do a single summon in here. Now 23, so we don't have enough for another summon, but we have 10 more in here. Graveborns get a double right there, guys, which is Silas and Hodgkin. Very, very nice pull right there with our double pull. Copy of Sylvana, copy of Sezi. And then we have 2 pulls in here. All right, so that'll do it for our regular summons, guys. We still have 18 days on the reset rate here, but we're going to wait, save these diamonds. Now in here, like I said, we got 10 cards. We're still looking for Liberta. I believe we're already at 3 copies that we have pulled of this hero, guys. I'm wondering just some more resources out of there, a little bit more of Dur's artifacts. Now, Temple of Time, we have 3 in here right now. We are going to wait, and we are going to do our summons for Chimera, so I'm actually just going to bank those ones. I'm not going to use them right now to build them up a little bit higher, but I'm hoping, again, looking across the factions that we actually have, I don't think we have any more food. Rowan, we just need more copies. Need another copy there of Palmer to move that. And then, of course, we have Skarath, and then we do have Naruko. Naruko, guys, super, super effective. I've used Skarath, and you know what? Looking at tower progression, I think I'm going to take this copy because moving them up to 200, one legendary plus Anakira is not going to make a game-changing difference, guys, where Mythic Skarath will make a big difference. So I'm hoping to get some more food out of there. Now, of course, Trishia, we do have a couple more copies. We moved up Mishka a little bit, but just saving more food in here. We have Nevi. We just need more copies of the heroes. And then, of course, guys, right here, we did get our 3rd copy. So we're going to use these 2 right here, which is going to give us another legendary copy of Sylvana. And that is right, guys. This is the reason we are taking Grez up to Mythic Plus. We already have those 2 copies. And there is our Ascended Grez, guys. Yesterday, we got Ivan. Today, we get Grez. Now, the only one we have left, guys, is right here. So building out Silas a little bit higher. Once we do build Silas out, which we just need 1 copy, and then food, and he will be at Ascended as well, which will give us 5, guys. We've gotten lucky with our Celestials in there. And then, of course, we pulled some random copies of the Hypogens. And then, of course, I got the trial version of Robin Hood. Now, again, a lot of players not too impressed with Robin Hood and how he is performing. For the Oak Inn, I think I've just been saving this, guys. I might just go ahead and summon it. And the reason we were saving it was Chimera. But I'm thinking overall, guys, that the chances of getting copies of Chimera, but not only that, is the amount of time that it's going to be before we do get Chimera. I'm going to go ahead and I believe we have Grez in here, and we do have Oden in here. So we're going to keep those 2 in there. Remember, we already have Damon at the 3 of 9 where we wanted him to. Let's go ahead. We'll do 1 summon in here. Looks like it's just going to be some legendary furniture, but that's okay. That is okay, guys, because looking here, I'm going to go tank, and I'm going to get a piece here for Grez, which is going to be the Graveborn. Let's equip some of this up. And I'm wondering, you know what? I'm going to do Damon first. We're going to auto place. That gives him a buff there for the attack rating. And I believe we have a couple more for Grez. Not sure we got any for Ivan. Might have not actually gotten any in here. Nothing for that recommended hero. And then, of course, guys, looking here, we don't have any for Orin so we can recycle everything that we do have left, which is literally just that one piece. Doesn't give us enough for another one, but right there we do have another scroll that is coming pretty soon. Very cool, guys. Very cool. So we did have one copy in there for Grez, taking in one piece of Mythic. And then, of course, the rest of our heroes are in here. We have a couple for Scarlet in there, a couple for Palmer. Just need more copies of those heroes overall to build them out. It's going to be a little bit. We need 9 more red chests in here. So 9 more red chests, and we'll actually be able to build out or finish out Ivan with that plus 30 signature item. Now, again, we have 25 in here, but I'm going to reset Rowan, which is going to give us a total reset right there because we are going to use Grez. Oh, and it's not going to let me level them all the way up. We want to take Grez up to the 200 level because the 200 level, of course, is going to unlock the ability to move Damon up to that 240 mark, guys. And 240, of course, is going to be the cap until we unlock the Resonating Crystal, until we get a lot more essence. The 240 is going to be there, and I don't know if we have enough to actually level up. I don't think we have enough to level up a signature item a little bit further. Rowan was at 180, so we should have enough. I think we have enough, and most of the time it will just auto this. Let's see, we'll get to 200, stopping right there, guys. So that puts everyone at 200, and right there we need 40k essence, and then we can actually take him to 200, but that does give us all of the heroes, guys. That takes everybody up to 200. That is going to be a game changer in itself, because taking Leica, taking Brutus, taking all of these heroes up to that level 200 again is going to be a major game changer in this game, to make progression through the rest of these towers. Fill out the positions with level 200 heroes, which we just did. That is awesome. That is amazing to see that we got to the 200. And again, guys, we have done this in just a matter of 25 days. We're at 25 days at this point. Tree being leveled up a little bit higher. We are getting there. Field of Stars, the exact same. Unlocking another piece here, guys. An additional draw within there. I'm not sure if we need anybody. Do we need one copy? Do we need that copy of Ivan? Wonder, did we have another one? Which we do not, but we could get a copy of Silas. But again, we don't have food for Silas. But we need 2 copies of Ivan. 2 copies of Ivan is going to, of course, yield us the engraving, guys. So we'll actually be able to do the crowd control aspect in here, which is going to be very cool. Now, of course, Oden is the only one with the engraving. We just have to get him up higher. But not only that, is adding the stats to the engraving is, again, going to make a really big difference for our progression. Now, a lot of players were also wondering about the Abyssal Expedition, guys. So here we did finally hit our next title, which is awesome. So right here we are an Earl already. Now we just moved up and got to the second part of this, which if you have not done it yet, guys, it is the airship. This is really awesome. So let's go ahead and take off. We can take off. There goes the airship up, guys. And then we are in here. Floating area, you can only battle for 30 seconds the more soaring mass that we collect, which we already did. Now, I wanted to note, guys, to look at the bridge. Look at the bridges that we're making in here. So you go through here, you collect stones. A lot of players and a lot of Abyssal Expeditions have actually been getting farmed or trolled or cannot make progression because of how players are building with these stones, guys. You only have a limited amount of stones, and they have to go in a very specific order to actually have the viability to get all of the stones and build these paths correctly. Some players were just using the stones out in the middle of nowhere that really didn't connect to anything. So be, again, very cognizant of where you are using these Abyssal Expedition stones, because if not, you're going to get in trouble, guys, when it comes to the build. Now, relic-wise, I am just saving up all my relics to start getting these legendary relics. I started to the point where I can take tier 4s, I can take tier 5s. So we're going to move once we get a couple more relics in there. We'll be able to make a little bit more progression, which is going to be awesome. Now, as far as the Rift, I am out of attempts at this point, guys. 22 hours left, but we are spent in our entirety in the Rift. So unfortunately, we cannot make any more progression. It is going to conclude it for the Rift for where we're at. Looking at We're at 6%, guys. The treasure hunt, we've been doing pretty well. At 6% right there, we moved up in the LC tournament a little bit. And like I was saying with the peaks of time, as we've made some more progression in here, guys. I went through Muriel's Nightmare. We have to hit 2850, which we're very close getting out those Dusty Barons. We need 2 more levels. Then we'll be able to go in there. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we can get some red chests out of there. The red chests, of course, are going to yield us enough to make Damon or finish out Ivan in there. And I've also considered looking at like the red chests that pop up in here. Unfortunately, we don't have any this time, but looking at our guild store, and again, I'm kind of on the fence whether I'm just going to be saving for getting Robin Hood with our guild coins, things of that nature, or if I'm actually going to use some of these resources. Labyrinth tokens, we have 144. Remember, the cap on there is 200. 6 more days on the reset. And then, of course, the Challenger store, we're saving for Mulan. But if I have an opportunity to get Robin Hood, we will actually pick him up. Honorable rewards, we have a couple more days, guys. And this will give me the red chest, the epic chest that I need, which again, building out Ivan will be able to buff Damon. And I feel like we can get there. Right now, on the current builds, I think we can get through 28 into chapter 29, which again is kind of crazy. Remember, I believe it is 30 is where we start getting the additional, we need the additional teams. There's nothing like a second team, guys, to really throw a wrench into the progression that you're making in here. So it's kind of crazy. But all right, guys, so that'll do it for the update for the wishlist account. Again, we are 25 days in. We have 5 days, guys. I have 5 days to push through 28. Push into 29, get into chapter 30. We're trying to do 30 and 30. I don't know how it's going for your challenge as well, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.